Hello and welcome to the inner path, beyond the I am. What you're about to read is not a script or a teaching. It's a reflection from my own seeking, born not out of knowledge, but out of longing, confusion, insight, and truth. I didn't plan this monologue. It unfolded through me, quietly, as I walk the same path you may be on now. If you've ever wrestled with the difference between religion and spirituality, between God as something separate and the all as your very self, then know this: you're not alone. What follows is not meant to inform, but to awaken something already alive in you. These are not answers, but echoes of the same questions you may have whispered in silence. I invite you not to read this, but to feel it as if your own heart had written it. Let the words move as they will, without effort, without belief, without instruction. Just let them be what they are. If something resonates, pause. Sit with it. Let it stir the silence in you. Let it deepen the inquiry you've already begun. This is not about becoming more. It is about seeing what has always been. Title: Religion, God, Duality versus spirituality, non-duality all. In the journey toward understanding life's deeper truths, two pathways often emerge: religion and spirituality. Although they may intersect at times, these paths offer contrasting views on the nature of the divine and the individual's relationship to it. While religion traditionally views God as a separate, transcendent being with whom individuals seek connection, spirituality often dissolves this boundary, inviting the seeker to experience unity with the all. This article explores these differences and references insights from revered figures: Ramana Maharshi, Thoth, Sadhguru, Guru Nanak, and Jesus, who each shed light on the duality in religion and the non-duality in spirituality. Religion and duality, separation in prayer, and the concept of God. In many religious traditions, God is seen as a separate, all-powerful being to whom individuals reach out through prayer, worship, and ritual. This dualistic approach positions God as an external figure, transcendent and above humanity, guiding life from a distance. Prayer, in this context, often involves petitioning or seeking blessings from a higher power, fostering a sense of separation between the worshiper and the divine. Jesus' teachings reflect a unique blend of this dualistic tradition and an emerging sense of oneness. Although he frequently referred to God as the Father, implying a distinct relationship, his profound statement, "I and the Father are one," hints at an understanding of non-duality. Jesus spoke of the all, an essence that transcends individual identity, suggesting a path toward unity with the divine. Similarly, Guru Nanak, the founder of Sikhism, taught that God is both immanent and transcendent, existing within all beings yet beyond comprehension. However, in organized religion, these teachings often emphasize a separation that calls individuals to seek the divine outside themselves. Spirituality and non-duality, realizing oneness with the all. Spirituality, by contrast, often dissolves the barrier between self and the divine. Rather than viewing God as an external figure, spirituality emphasizes unity, suggesting that divinity is an inherent part of every individual. Non-dualistic teachings affirm that the divine is not out there, but within, permeating all of existence as the all. Ramana Maharshi, a revered Indian sage, embodied this path through his self-inquiry practice, which centers on the question, "Who am I?" By following this inquiry, one uncovers the layers of the ego, dissolving the illusion of separateness. Maharshi taught that this direct experience reveals the self as part of a greater whole, aligning the individual consciousness with the universal. Jesus' teachings echo this, as he described a unity with God that transcended the limitations of individual identity, pointing to the inherent divinity within each being. Ancient wisdom of Thoth, unity across all levels of existence. Thoth, the ancient Egyptian god of wisdom and knowledge, is another figure who bridges the gap between duality and non-duality. The emerald tablets, attributed to Thoth, contain wisdom that aligns with the idea of interconnectedness across all planes of existence. His concept of as above, so below suggests that what exists in the spiritual realm is mirrored in the physical. This wisdom reinforces the notion that the individual and the universe are inseparable, with the all being both above and within. For those on a spiritual journey, Thoth's teachings invite an understanding that to know oneself is to know the universe. Sadhguru and dissolution of self, experiencing boundlessness. In modern spirituality, Sadhguru brings the concept of non-duality into contemporary awareness. His teachings emphasize the dissolution of individual identity to experience the boundless nature of consciousness. According to Sadhguru, spirituality isn't about believing in God, but about experiencing the divine directly by transcending limited perceptions of self. This experience of boundlessness aligns with the teachings of Maharshi and Jesus, as it encourages one to move beyond individuality into a state of oneness with the all. The role of prayer versus meditation, separation or unity. Religious prayer and spiritual meditation offer differing experiences of the divine. Prayer, in many traditions, reinforces duality, as it often involves asking a higher power for help, blessing, or intervention. In contrast, spiritual meditation brings the individual into direct contact with the divine, dissolving the need for supplication. Figures like Guru Nanak, Maharshi, and Sadhguru encourage practices that allow seekers to go inward, fostering a personal experience of oneness with the divine rather than seeking blessings from afar. In Maharshi's self-inquiry, or Sadhguru's meditative practices, the individual does not seek something outside. Instead, they dive into their inner being, uncovering their inseparable connection with the all. This internal journey transforms one's understanding of divinity from something separate to something fundamentally unified with their essence. As Jesus suggested, the kingdom of God is within you, affirming that true divinity lies within and is realized through direct experience. Conclusion: unity beyond division. Religion and spirituality each provide valuable insights on the path to the divine, yet their approaches are fundamentally different. Religion often leads individuals to a connection with God through devotion, reverence, and prayer, affirming a distinct relationship with the divine. Spirituality, however, brings one closer to an experience of unity, inviting the seeker to explore the all within themselves. Whether through Maharshi's self-inquiry, Thoth's ancient wisdom, Sadhguru's teachings on boundlessness, Guru Nanak's call to see God in all, or Jesus' affirmation of oneness, the spiritual path is a journey toward dissolving the self and realizing a greater unity. It is a path that moves beyond belief into a lived experience of the all, where the separation between self and divine disappears, and one comes to understand, in the deepest sense, that they are not separate from the universe. They are the universe. Thank you for walking this path, each in your own way, each in your own rhythm. If something in this touched the quiet space within you, feel free to like, subscribe, or share it with others who may be seeking the same silence. You're warmly invited to share your reflections or questions in the comments below. If you wish to reach out privately, you can email me at learningandlivingwithramana@gmail.com. Until then, remain still, remain true, remain as silence.